Okay, now, so let's move on. The concept that I want to bring up next is senescence. As we transition into the adulthood years, the topic of senescence gains more and more relevance. Senescence is, by definition, a gradual physical decline that follows the adulthood years. Like the name implies, it's a decline, so it literally means that your body starts to break down. It is a time in our life when our body starts to break down. Because the name gradual is incorporated, then we should know that it's gradual, implying that it's decaying little by little. Senescence is a topic of importance because it's normal. It happens to everybody. But at what age does it begin? Biologically, we reach our peak in our mid-20s. So by definition, senescence typically starts at 26 years of age. At 26 years of age, your body starts to technically break down little by little. But two important factors to acknowledge is that it, first of all, occurs to everybody, and it occurs on every body part. So it's not something that you can fight off. Father Time eventually catches up to each one of us. However, the second factor should be more important. The rate of decline drastically depends on the outcome based on how you lived your life up to that point. I should always bring this point out. Even though senescence begins at 26 years of age, if at the moment that you're seeing this video, you're in your late teens or you're in your early 20s, your body feels fantastic. Fantastic. Remember when I was 18, 19, 20, I used to go out a lot. I used to party a lot. Every Friday I would go out. A lot of Saturdays I'd be out. There would be a time when I was in my first years in college that I would go out almost every day in the week. And it was funny because I did feel like I had a lot of energy in me. So if I went out on a Friday night, I do remember that I'd come back home on a Friday night like at 3 in the morning, sleep, get up like at 8 or 9 in the morning, go out to play basketball for hours. I would come home, take a shower, and then I'd be ready to enjoy my Saturday. At the time that I'm recording this video, however, I'm 32 years of age, so it's not like I'm too old, yet my body doesn't feel the same way. I eat well, I try to sleep well, and if I go out, I don't go out as much as I used to, but if I went out, most likely I'd come back home early, 12, 1, I'd be back home, and I would know that if I end up staying too late on a Friday night, I know that my whole Saturday is going to be kind of crappy because my body's going to tell me that I need to recover. And I've been told by, older people that wait until you hit your 40s and then wait until you get to 50s. So yeah, I'm aware of how the body might still keep changing. If you're in your 20s, you don't feel how your body is changing up to that point. But the thing is, and this is the second point, the point of importance, the rate of decline is highly variable. Like it varies a lot from individual to individual. And it varies because it is based off how you take care of yourself. There's growth based off normal growth. There's changes that are normal physical changes. For example, the rhythms of sleep that we have naturally tend to change. Adolescents may have an internal biological clock that keep them awake late in the night and keep them kind of still sleepy very early in the morning. Notice how this is different from elders. Elder adults may go to sleep at 8, 9 and be awake by 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, because biologically your clock is changing. But that's normal. That's not effective for how you live. But what is more important is that in the main difference among individuals for how senescence is going to hit them is based off how you live your life. If you're the kind of person that takes care of yourself, then senescence is not as scary as it may seem. Senescence is normal, but how it's going to affect you depends on how you carry your life, how you take care of yourself. If you're the kind of person that never really takes care of yourself, senescence might hit you very strong, very hard. If you're a person that takes care of yourself, then senescence is not that scary. The main factors for our overall health are sleep, nutrition, and exercise. That's for physical health. If you also want to bring your mental health, what about your social interactions? And what about your time spending out doing something pleasurable activities? Those are the 5 domains of health. So you can think of how many hours do you usually sleep per night? Sleep is very important for how you live on a day-to-day basis, especially if it brings it on a long time. If it's years that you're not sleeping well, then it may start to take a toll on yourself. How about eating? How are you eating? Are you eating well? Are you eating properly? Are you eating a well-balanced diet? Very often people focus in the country too much on how much do they exercise to control their weight, but they don't really control their nutrition. Nutrition is far more important to maintain, for example, weight than it could be about exercise. And of course, if you bring it to exercise, it doesn't mean that you have to be an Olympic athlete, but it's the recommendation of about 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week. What kind of exercise can you be doing? And of course, it's doing something that you may find pleasurable. If you like to just go out to jog for a little bit, you can do that. If you want to take out your pets, that can be something. Small things can make a big difference. When you're driving and you park, you don't always have to park in the nearest spot to the place that you're going. You can park a little bit farther and you can walk a little bit. You don't always have to use the elevator to get up to the 3rd floor. You can walk the stairs. Small things like that can help out a lot as far as our exercise on a daily basis. And if you want to take care of your mental health as well, do you spend any time in engaging in social activities that will bring fulfillment? What time or what kind of pleasurable activities might you be taking to take care of your overall sense of personal joy, personal fulfillment? So, senescence is not scary. Senescence is normal. But in this field, they make a lot of emphasis on this phrase. The first 50 years of your life will determine how you live the rest of it. It's not unusual to hear a person that is 20 years of age not sleeping at all and saying, "Oh, but I feel fine. I don't see the problem with it." Your 20-year-old self might not feel it, but maybe your 40-year-old self would. You don't have to be 50 years of age to start taking care of yourself, thinking that what happened in that time, then you can take care of yourself by then. Right now, if you're 20, if you're 24, if you're 18, you can start taking care of yourself right now. And if you take care of yourself right now, your future self will thank you for it. Overall, that's the main thing about senescence. Now,